Oilers smashed the Kraken all the way out to sea last night, to the delight of Oilers fans, and this could be a great Christmas season in good old our town. Plus, World Cup draw, Canada playing in their pool, I think it's B, Paraguay, Uruguay. Are you going to come my way? And I think they're going to do pretty well against all those cats. The Lowdown is brought to you by Hurry In for their Wish and Win event. It's Wolf GMC Buick. Everyone's a winner. You're guaranteed a minimum $500 bonus on your new vehicle purchase. Visit wolfgmcbuick.com. I blame Declan. The font gets smaller on that read every time, and there's nothing I can do about it. We are live on YouTube and Sports 1440 online at iHeartRadio, sports1440.ca, and Radio Player Canada. After the show, Apple and Spotify podcasts How's the Show? And, of course, we tweeted out on X. We're on Twitter at Lowetide, at Declan Krueger, at JFenwick04. Text us anytime, 833-401-1440, 833-401-1440. Okay. We have Steve Lansky from Inside the Truck podcast. He will join us at 1 o'clock today. Declinations at 12:40. We'll tell you what it is and 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. And now it's time for the introductions. If he were a World Cup team, it would be England. Always in the conversation, great pace, quality set pieces, can't do a thing in penalty kicks. It's Josh Fenwick, everyone. Josh Fenwick.
Thanks. Shout out to our buddies across the Atlantic.
Did you ever play soccer as a kid?
I did for a couple of years.
And were you any good?
No, absolutely not.
All right. What position did you play?
I played like house league or whatever. I wouldn't exactly say there were positions. It was just a bunch of 7-year-olds running around the pitch.
It's
you know what I mean?
It's just as much fun as watching 7-year-olds follow the puck. Soccer is just the same.
Yeah.
All right. If he were a World Cup team, it would be Germany. Precise. Everything in perfect order. Even his hair runs on time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Declan Krueger.
Absolutely, I would. Yeah, just a quick correction. Canada in Qatar and Switzerland's group, very favorable so far. And they will also be playing the playoff Group A winner, which is going to be one of Wales, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Italy, or Northern Ireland. So
okay, that's pretty
Italy.
good. That's a pretty good draw they got.
It's looking favorable right now.
You didn't like my Paraguay, Uruguay, and are you going to come my way? I thought that was pretty clever.
It was great wordplay.
Right.
It was great wordplay.
Right. You want me to be factual?
I think you got honest at the beginning of the show yesterday.
All right.
For it.
Well, declinations. What are we hearing at 12:40, sir?
Yeah, this comes from you actually yesterday, talking about top 5 trade destinations for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Josh and I have that cooked up in the kitchen. Drop that at 12:40.
All right. And you're both going to do it, right? So it'll take the whole time. I don't have to plan anything extra for that segment.
No,
All
I
right.
think we'll be done relatively quick.
By the way, we've got to do a really good show because Hallie had Paulson on, and that meant I'm sure everybody's upset on the text line because whenever Paulson gets near a microphone, people are outraged for several days. So do you have anything that is outrageous to say, either of you? If not, I'll come up with something.
I mean, how outrageous are we talking? Because I can get pretty.
I need the text lines to light up.
I can get pretty disgusting.
Well, you said Notre Dame sucks at football yesterday, which I thought was interesting.
No, it didn't say that. So they're playing like a top 10 team in the country. I don't know. If I'm really trying to galvanize the text line, I would say scoring 9 goals against Seattle isn't that impressive. But I don't actually believe that. It's 9 goals in an NHL hockey game. Like, that's tough to do.
Here's the thing. After any game, I say, okay, tomorrow I got to write a blog post about it. And then I got to look to be writing athletic articles in the future about this game and what's going on. So I always make a list of who impressed me. So it was McDavid, Draisaitl, Savoy, Podkolzin, Henrique. It went on and on and on and on. Like, that was a great game. And Seattle, I mean, they did end up scoring a few goals, but they were never in that hockey game. I thought Mangiapane looked good. He almost scored a goal, and then he picked up assist later on in the game. Even Frederick had a high danger chance. So, you walk away from that game, and look, I know that the Oilers only play Seattle a few times, and they are not a good team. Having said that, that felt like the first time this year the Oilers were the Oilers that fans wanted to see. They were freewheeling. Now, my question for you, is it repeatable against Winnipeg? An answer would be good.
Yes, it is repeatable. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back to that. I just have to talk to business.
it's a 2-hour show, and the people that are on it are busy. They're making bets.
Doing work.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, my goodness, 6 minutes in, do you need us that badly?
Yes, I do. I've only got a few things to
Retire.
say. I've said them all.
You need us that bad
I'm
after
done.
6 minutes.
I'm done. But is it repeatable? Because
well,
for me, the last 3 games have been really good. They've been not airtight, but they've had their head on a swivel. They're back checking. The gaps aren't as wide between the forwards and the defense. Their passing has been, I think, substantially better. And, they're still doing things like, I do think Connor McDavid's trying to do too much. Come in over the line, stop, make a pass. He's trying to stick handle through 3 guys, and that often doesn't work because they know he's coming. If he pulled up a la Dennis Savard 10 times in a row and then tried to stick handle through, there'd be a little doubt in the mind of the defenseman. But they're kind of caught in a rut, It's like Josh's career. It's in a rut and you can't get out of it. That's where the Oilers are. I feel like they're coming out of it right now. That's my own opinion.
If I'm in a rut this early in my career, I got a real problem.
I was just teasing. You actually, both of you have terrific careers on. And by the way, I don't need to run through the successes that have occurred for people who produce this show.
You've informed me a couple of times.
What happens is people go, God, that poor guy's dying on the vine over there. We better give him something or he's going to quit the industry, and he's got talent. That's what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's how Declan got Elks Nation. The exact conversation between him and the folks that run it. I was there for that, just sitting there.
Good. I'm glad he got it, and he's brilliant at it. LT, Oilers can beat Winnipeg because Jets have only one line that can score from Gordon. Well, they're beat up, and the Jets are, ideally, they have a great goalie in net, right? And that is a big difference. Neil says, how's Clattenburg? He got stitches. I think that was the reason the coach said that he missed the final part of the game. I don't think it's a big deal. First game I've gone to in 5 years. What a game to see from Jay. I'll say. I thought that the Edmonton Oilers came out with abandon. They don't do that often, Like often they wait for the other team to bring it to them. And last night, right off the hop. Now, understand it's Seattle, so I get it. Like you're going to say, well, geez, they should do that against other teams, and Seattle, they sure should do it. I get it. I understand it. But they haven't been doing it against the great teams or the Sisters of the Poor, and they did it last night against the Kraken. So, and I did like their Minnesota game. So both Kraken games are successes. Minnesota's game is successful. The last 5 games, their save percentage is up to 16th in the NHL. Now, they're still 32nd. A long way to go. But there are good signs here. And the December schedule is very inviting. That's terrific news for the Edmonton Oilers. And I predicted they go 9-3-3 this month. They're 1-1-0. We'll see. They've got to get a few games in a row won here. But I think this is a great opportunity for them. X-ray gogs. You're bang on, correct, LT. I had to switch the station, could not listen to it. Thank goodness the Lowdown is Donovan free. I love Donovan. I was joking. I think he's brilliant. Like on the radio, if you are just agreeing with each other, then it's kind of boring. Now it has to be real, but I think he had a great point about all movies that involve, what didn't he like?
He did. It's not that he didn't like it. It's
and chill out.
No, this is okay. This is my problem. Okay, when people say, "I don't like this kind of movie, so I'm not going to watch it."
Right.
When I read someone's text in the text line, and I was like, "This person's wrong. I'm not even gonna." Sinners is a very good movie. I've seen a lot of movies this year. I would say it is the best movie I've seen this year.
And what type of movie is it? I don't know why I said
it's a Black history movie that happens to have vampires in it. It's a movie about the history of music.
So does he have an issue with vampires?
He does.
Oh,
this is where his issue lies. And I'm like, it's not a vampire movie. They just happen to have vampires in it. He's like, well, vampires are boring. I was like, these ones aren't. Like, think of the most interesting part of a vampire. And like, but I have this issue with all movies where people say, I don't like this kind of thing, so I'm not going to watch it. Right. When it's like, this is an entirely different thing, but you can't convince them of it. So they don't go to watch it and they're just missing out. And Donovan, should be watching it because he says he's a big movie guy.
He's a vampire.
cinephile. And like, this is like, you got to get over some stuff so you can see great art. And that's what this was. And
So
this is where my main came
may
out.
I ask one question without being insulting to you?
Sure.
When it comes to movies and disagreements that you have with people, do you ever just let it go?
No,
You know, letting it go is a sign of mental health.
I don't care.
Because you can't convince other people. Like, I will say,
Well, other people are stupid and I'm smart.
I will say that one of the first movies that Karen chose for us when we were dating was a vampire film.
Which one?
It was the one with the guy who's in Our Flag Means Death.
Huh? Bram Stoker's Dracula?
No, it was much more. It was very bloody.
Imagine if it was Interview with a Vampire.
No.
Brad Pitt.
By the way, what have you done to my hair?
I've done everything.
Is there a separate camera for my face and then my hair? Because it's all blurry and it looks like right now I look like the front of a ship with my hair.
I would go as to hazard a guess. Your laptop sucks and it just gives you fuzzy output.
I don't think that's
this is streaming in 1080p right now.
Well, that's its problem.
It used to be high quality once upon a time back in the day.
Edmonton has to go on a heater. Can't lose one and then win one. Yeah, I agree with that. I think is that the Village People? That's the Village People. Is the Village People being featured
Look
at
at Trump doing his little YMCA dance? He's the funniest guy in the world.
Is that?
Does
The
he know
Village
what the
People, the
song is
band?
about?
It's probably actively condemning him.
So Canada got a good draw, though. We can agree on that. What did America get? Did they get a good draw too?
I will tell you what America got in just one shake of the lamb's tail.
They got
right
Australia in their draw.
Here. Yeah, theirs was really favorable, actually, if I remember. They got Paraguay and Australia.
Wow.
And then their last one.
Puerto Rico?
No, it'll be another. It'll be
That was funny.
Their last one is going to be the UEFA Path C winner, which is going to be one of either Slovakia, Kosovo, Turkey, or Romania.
Turkey does not have a great team.
Turkey currently in the world rankings 25th.
See, this is what I should not be talking about soccer. Where's Canada right now?
Canada currently in the world rankings are. Do you want to hazard a guess before I tell you?
9.
27.
See, they're ahead of Turkey. They're behind Turkey. I didn't
Slightly.
know that. God, I have not seen the Village People since 1978, and that's the truth. It's totally repeatable. Steve from Drumheller says they have to shut out the noise, just play hockey, get out of their own heads, and quit gripping their sticks too tight. Well, they certainly weren't doing that. That was a freewheeling game last night. There were some mistakes made, and that's going to happen because you can't hold people in the neutral zone anymore. But I really like their plays through the neutral zone now. They're doing their passes are more creative, and they're doing enough things aside from those stretch passes that it's making it difficult for the other team to read them. And it's a key. They just were too predictable there for a long time. And I think we got used to Chris Knobloch solving these problems. It took him a little while longer. They have to go like a 9-3-3 December, though. Otherwise, we're going to be talking about some difficulty at the deadline. If you haven't watched it yet, you should watch the series called The Strain. Highly recommend it. I don't remember the name of that blasted movie. Did you guys ever watch Our Flag Means Death?
No.
No.
All right. I will find the name of this movie because if you like those kinds of film, you might like this film. I'm not going to do it now. I'm just starting off on it now. It's Taika Waititi. Is that his name?
Taika Waititi?
Yeah.
Oh, What They Do in the Shadows?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it a good movie?
I don't know. I've never seen it. I know they made a TV show.
But you don't want
of
to
it.
because you don't like it?
No, I just have not actively gone to seek it out. I need to, though.
All right. Okay. Looks like they're having a ball at the World Cup, eh? The draw.
They're having a great time.
There you go.
This is what the first 2 hours of the program was, by the way. It was on at 10.
Yeah.
And they just kept bringing people out. Trump gave himself a medal.
That was the
goat.
medal. That was the first peace prize from this organization. That's the first World Cup Peace Prize.
Interesting.
It's just exactly the same as the Nobel.
Yes, of course, the self-appointed medal.
Is Lowetide saying the vampire movie he watched was What We Do in the Shadows? Yes. Is that a bad movie to watch?
I don't think so. Again,
Right.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. All right. I think the Village people are playing Uruguay. They're in that pool. So did we have any opinions on the Oilers game last night? I gave
yeah,
mine.
I think it's repeatable. I do think it's repeatable. Genuinely. Not like scoring 9 goals or whatever, but how they looked offensively, especially if Connor McDavid is willing to take more shots.
7 shots last night.
Yeah.
That to me was one of the
team.
best stats.
Yeah, I think
No.
that's the best stat that you could come away with outside of final score 9-3 as an Oilers.
Like year 11 and he's still not selfish. I mean, that's the truth. That guy, he scored 60 goals in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
And then what would it have been? The next season he had 100 assists.
Yeah, it's nuts. GJ said, that's hard to say. What comparable do you boys have for Matty Savoy? For me, I think he's in the middle of, I think that the floor is Kato Yamamoto, and I think the ceiling is Jordan Eberle. And I think he'll land somewhere in between. That's my guess. He's not scoring enough at 5-on-5, but he's scoring shorthand. He's scoring on the power play. So I think the 5-on-5 will come. But he gets pucks, and I think he's great for Leon because he does go get pucks and he gets it to Leon. McDavid is more of a surreal. I don't know what word I would use with McDavid, but there's a lot of like just instant reaction because neurons are firing. And I think that's maybe a little harder person to play with. Leon is just a bull. A creative bull, but a bull. I like how Pods plays with Leon, 2 big boys, and really like the Henrique Janitor Mangiapane line. Go Oilers, go. I did too. I didn't think I would. I wanted Nuge there on the 3rd line, but I thought Henrique did very well. And it was nice to see Mangiapane really in the play. I wish he had scored that goal early. He didn't. Picked up an assist a little bit later on, but that's probably a good sign. And Yanmar getting some offense too, a very good sign. All right, it's 12:18. Declination's on the way. That's at 12:40. We're going to be talking about with Steve Lansky at 1 o'clock. We're going to talk about rumors on the way next. Lowdown with Lowetide on Sports 1440 and YouTube.
More Edmonton families than ever are struggling as food prices skyrocket. The Holiday Hamper Foundation provides festive meals for 2,000 homes in need. Your donation ensures a turkey is on the table for every family. Donate today at holidayhamper.ca.
'Tis the season for Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge. Take a break from the holiday hustle and bustle. Cheer on your favorite team and ask about the daily game night food and drink features. Plus, there's tons of TVs and Oilers watch parties this December and all season long. Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge at all 3 Century Casino locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile.
Check it out.
Every day is game day at Century Casino.
Don't look now, but I think we're being followed.
Oh, that's just my Fountain Tire sidecar.
Well, they're driving pretty close.
Because they're attached.
Save up to 15% on select tires until December 13th.
Cool.
Plus, get up to $125 off a set of 4 Goodyear tires.
Excuse me, that was Richardson on the backside. Drop pass McDavid. Shoots wide against Krueger. From a sharp angle, and there's the hat trick for Connor McDavid. Number 13. Switches with that goal. One-timer Savoy. That was fought off by Gruba. 5 seconds left in the 2-man. Shot coming. Save 8. Rebound Savoy. Slams home the 9th goal of the evening. Larson gives them a look. It's one-timer tries to save the core. Rebound play back behind McDavid. Over to Draisaitl. Bouncing puck finally corralled. 25 seconds on the man advantage. Bouchard to McDavid. Shot full. Completely full. Joey DeCord. And Edmondson extends to a 5-2 lead.
And it's just a quick release, but it's a recovery first. A one-timer by Draisaitl. Looks like Seattle is going to come up with possession, but it's McDavid that outworks, I believe, Alexiak in the corner to
UFC action and boxing live on the big screens at TAP 25, the MVP of sports bars, and in the Center Bar. Plus, catch this fall's biggest games. Every goal, every tackle, every home run. River Creek is also home to the Twin Rinks, where rec hockey and community teams come to play. Public skating available. Details at rivercreekresort.com.
River Creek Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Here's the Lowdown with Lowetide on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wolf GMC Buick. We're making it easy. WolfGMCBuick.com.
On Sports 1440 for Wolf GMC Buick. Check them out, wolfgmcbuick.com. Hurry in for their Wish and Win event on right now. There's a lot of snow in the last 24 hours. Be careful out there, okay? I slipped twice turning left, one under the Ray Gibbon, and then one hanging a right by my old radio station. Was just driving down the road. It had nothing to do with my old radio station.
It's like a Dustin Johnson birthday party, am I right?
A little bit, man. You know, man. I never hit anything like. Wasn't he the one who hit the ball that he thought it was a sand trap and it was a when he hit it he was knocked a stroke? I think that was Johnson. It's time for Rumors, brought to you by Great Canadian Solar. Great Canadian Solar has been helping homeowners and businesses harness the power of the sun for 15 years. Invest in solar and yourself. GreatCanadianSolar.com. Vancouver Canucks are making noises, at least that's what we're hearing, that Kiefer Sutherland may be part of a mid-season shakeup, moving him out. Tremendous interest in Sherwood. Kiefer Sherwood is a good player. They're probably going to have to, somebody's going to overpay for him. But he's a good player, he's a good energy player. Do you think, would you like Kiefer Sherwood on the Oilers?
Oh, I would love Kiefer Sherwood on the Oilers. The one thing I would say is that there's kind of been a sentiment over the past couple of years. It's like, hey, I want that player. That player fits. And then it hasn't worked out. Now, granted, those have been free agent signings as opposed to trade pieces. And it's been players with different styles. Skinner, Arvidsson, Mangiapane. But yeah, I think Kiefer Sherwood is... Like he will not be on Vancouver past the trade deadline.
No, for sure.
No question about it.
Yeah.
And I think here is, Now the problem obviously is when you trade with Vancouver, and I know it can be done, send Kane out there. It's a little tougher. Anything in division's a little tougher, but boy, you
will definitely overpay, you know.
And by the way, apologies if I kept saying Kiefer Sutherland. Obviously Kiefer Sherwood.
I may have said that.
Well, you know what? He was in my favorite movie of all time. So
which one was that?
Stand By Me.
Oh, it's a great movie. He was kind of a punk in that one, right?
He was the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Milan Lucic is done with St. Louis Blues, and he does have an offer. This is via TSN's Darren Drager in Scotland to play. So that would probably signal the end of the NHL career for Milan Lucic, who, I know it's a tough argument to make with the Oilers fan who saw him here and not at his best. But when he was with the Bruins, man, he was absolutely a lightning rod, and he caused all kinds of chaos, and you would have loved him. And I'm not even lying. New York Mets have claimed Cooper Criswell from the Boston Red Sox. They made a move yesterday to acquire a pitcher from Pittsburgh, so they needed to make that move. The Criswell, I mean, he's a reasonable pitcher, probably a 5/6 or middle relief, but Boston Red Sox look like they're trying to load up here. So Jaden Daniels returning for Week 14 for the Commanders. That's the report.
What's the point?
Yeah, I know.
No, I guess listen. I'll say this is the point. The season is a little shorter. The off season's long. You don't want to get too rusty. But like Washington, man, like that, you've struggled to find a franchise quarterback. Like it's been a while. You feel like you might have something here. Let's protect the asset a little bit.
Darius Slay was not going to report to the Bills. We talked about that yesterday. And how did they get him to the Eagles?
Yeah, they have to waive him again and hope he gets through.
Yeah. Is it time? We've been talking about this for a while, but can we start talking about, like, that was a big loss by Dallas yesterday. If you're an Eagles fan, especially, but I'm going to ask you a few NFL questions and you can both answer it if you would. Chiefs are 6-6. Do they have a chance to make the playoffs?
Mathematically, yes, but I think they lose to the Texans today.
They got
this week.
They got a chance, but like you got to be perfect from here on out. Essentially, 3 teams ahead of you have the tiebreaker, and now Jacksonville is way ahead of you. Like you got to be perfect.
That's my next question about the Jaguars. Who wins the AFC South, Jaguars or Colts?
I actually think it might be the Jags now, and the Chiefs, they have the tiebreaker against the Colts, so that benefits them in that sense. The Colts I still believe in the Colts. I actually think the Colts are a better team than the Jags, but the Jags just kind of seem to have it figured out at this point in the season.
Ravens and Steelers are both 6-6 in the AFC North, but they're struggling a little. Bengals have their quarterback, and they've won a game. Any chance, guys, the Bengals?
Mathematically, yes.
Can't see it.
I can, because they did this exact same thing last year.
All right. I want both of you to answer this question. Why are the New England Patriots?
Mike Vrabel, coaching consistency. They have Bill Belichick for 22, 23 years, whatever, and now they had Gerard Mayo. He's gone, and now they bring in Mike Vrabel, who is cut from the same cloth as Bill Belichick, mostly because he played for him, but also just like is a good coach.
I'll give you 2 words, Lowetide, about the Patriots. Drake May and Mike Vrabel must see TV.
They have 110 more points scored than allowed.
Honestly, jokes aside, Drake May is a phenomenal. He's playing incredible in the MVP conversation.
How come they get these guys? How come everybody else is like trying to get the best players, and the Patriots do this stuff?
Well, I wouldn't say, like, they had to go through Mac Jones and Cam Newton in free agency in between, Brady and Drake May. So it's not like they didn't have an easy couple of years. Good drafting, good development. Like, Drake May was he was a pro-ready quarterback. If anyone watched him in North Carolina, they knew he was pro-ready. Even if his numbers didn't jump off the page, he had the attributes to be able to succeed in the NFL.
NFC Eagles have this one now with the Cowboy loss. Can they win the NFC East easily, or is it still kind of in play?
No, I mean, I think they should. I don't like this was a big one for the Cowboys, and this one kind of felt like a playoff eliminator.
If you're the Packers, you won 3 in a row, but the Bears have won 5 in a row. How awful is that?
Well, they play this weekend, and the Packers are almost 7-point favorites. So Vegas clearly thinks the Packers are a better team. I don't know, Josh. I don't know where you come out on this. Lowetide, I don't know where you come out on this. I don't know if we can call the Bears frauds. Like,
not with 5 in a row and 9 and 3,
and they just beat the Eagles.
And the Lions, like where are the Lions? Are they're 8-5? I know that, but they're not going to win the division.
Probably not. Listen, the wild card is it's deep this year.
I know it is.
No, I don't think the Bears are frauds either.
Buccaneers, Panthers. Who wins that division?
I think it's the Bucs, but the Panthers aren't going to make it easy on them.
I want it to be the Panthers so bad.
That'd be so fun. That would be super fun. However,
if the Super Bowl champion comes out of the NFC West, would it be the Rams, Seahawks, or 49ers?
The Rams.
Yeah. You said the Super Bowl winner?
Yeah.
But the Rams.
Low key.
Could be the 49ers.
could. I picked them beginning of the season. Obviously, no Bosa, no Warner. That's huge. I don't trust Sam Darnold in big games. He has to prove it, but like that defense is special. We talk about the Broncos defense, and rightfully so. That Seahawks defense is really, really good.
And they're 133 points. Like they've scored 133 more points than they've allowed. 350 to 217.
Yeah.
That's a monster.
No, their defense is good, man.
That Texans defense, Seahawks defense, and Broncos defense are the three best defenses in the league, and then there's a wide gap between.
Well, who's the third?
Fourth.
You had Seahawks, Broncos, and
Texans.
They're
I think the
playing well.
Texans statistically actually have the best defense. It's just that it doesn't really show up on the score sheet all that much because their quarterback play is kind of poor. No offense to CJ Stroud. Sorry, Brandon, if you're listening.
He's always listening.
He's always listening. It's true.
I'm always nice to him because he brings those little, whatever those things are called around. Those
yeah. Those pretzel bites.
Man,
they are good.
I'm telling you. If he said, here's 2 pretzel bites, go start my car and bring it around and warm it up, I probably would do it. That's how good it is.
Yeah.
What about the Browns defense?
Browns defense is really good, but it's almost like a one-man show almost with Myles Garrett.
And it's also like with the Browns, it's also like, oh, we have to go out there and do it again. Like their offense gives them no favors. Their offense spends no time on the field. So the Browns defense just like in terms of yards per game, the Browns are, I think, a top 3 team in the NFL last I checked. But like they have to carry so much of the load. It's unsustainable for a unit to do that.
This comes in from BA. What's happening with Noah Philp? It's like he's disappeared. He is on LTIR right now. And he went on November 21st. He was injured on the 19th, and it's going to be a while. Kapanen, by the way, several weeks is what we heard on October 19th. I think Gregor said beginning of next year or later this year. So the next 4 weeks or so. Roslovic, couple more weeks. Wallman, I mean, day to day, but it's been day to day for 2 weeks. And I'm not going to get into that, but day to day can sometimes be week to week in today's NHL. This is a JMO pause, just so you know. By the way, my friend JMO had a birthday not long ago. And so I want to say happy birthday to Dave Jameson and to my friend Sherry. We're all born within a week of each other. It was a good week for geniuses, just in different years.
Wait, so when's your birthday?
It's about a year away.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Good answer. I have a question. I've been meaning to ask this for months.
Months.
I know, long time. Who are Doug and Mary? We say hi to Doug and Mary.
Right. Well, Doug and Mary own the dealership.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. That makes sense.
Mary
now.
came into the Lowdown, and the day I had Daryl Sittler on, and she got an autograph. And she had a book, and she's a very, very kind and good person, and a big sports fan. And so I like to say hi, and I've seen many, many times. Sat in his office. Drank his very good coffee. I may have stolen a pen.
Yeah, no, I just kept meaning to ask you that because you keep saying it, and I'm always like, who the hell are those people?
Do you want to know how I got the name Lowetide while we're on the subject of
No,
talking
I know
about
how
me?
you got the name Lowetide. It has been discussed ad nauseum on this program.
Wow. Ad nauseum. You didn't want to pull a punch there and say, I think people know?
Nope. When do you pull punches, Ty?
Never.
Is your birthday today?
I think it was yesterday.
Was your birthday yesterday?
I don't.
What?
Do we want to do this?
Hey, happy birthday.
You
I
and
love
Gregor's
man.
son
Happy
sharing
birthday.
a birthday. If
No
it was
way.
yesterday.
No, it's today.
Oh,
we
what?
got it out of him.
Happy
We got
birthday,
it out of
Lowetide.
him.
I don't.
I'll make this quick because I know you don't want to do this, but I hope you have the best year ahead, filled with family, love, happiness, joy. I love you, man. I appreciate you. I owe you a lot. You mean a lot to a lot of people. We're not going to make this the Lowetide birthday special, but a really happy birthday to you, man. Love you.
Well, I do have a lot of love. I appreciate that. That's very kind. I have a lot of love in my life, and I'm so happy to be where I am today. I just need to move on, though. I'll be uncomfortable.
Is it too late to rename the stream the Lowetide birthday special?
All right. Hate is filling in my heart as we I just said I didn't want to. I make a big. I grew up in a faith that didn't celebrate birthdays, so it's always awkward for me. I mean, I get to order the food I want to order tonight, and I'm having a cupcake birthday cake, and I'm being spoiled, and I love that. It's all fantastic, but it's like I didn't have Christmas either, but Christmas, the best part of Christmas is giving. On your birthday, you kind of just receive, and people tell you how great you are.
No, it's awkward, man. Like I'll tell you, I'm not a very big birthday guy either. I don't
know how to react to it.
I totally hear that.
You know, I don't want to be less than gracious, even though I do that all the time. You know, happy birthday, young man, Nikki Northside. Birthday. How did you get your Lowetide name from Rich? I don't know. When I started my blog, I wanted to call it Horkoff and Die. And I was informed by my wife, who has passed away, that I couldn't do that. She said, your kids will find it online and then their friends will laugh at them and it wouldn't be good. And you don't want to do that. So then I thought about it for a while, and I wanted to pay homage to Kevin Lowe, who was a wonderful hockey player, Hall of Famer, and at the time was a general manager. And Ron Lowe, the goaltender, who was a very big part of the early Oilers and a coach later, he was nicknamed and still is Lowetide. And so I lifted it from Ron Lowe, and I put an E in the middle, and then it became Lowetide. But the original was Horkoff and Die. Klaus from Beaumont, oh my God, Lowetide, I share a birthday with you. I'm so honored. Well, I'm the one who should be honored. Klaus from Beaumont. You know, Beaumont is a long way from here. Have you driven out there?
Yeah, I got a friend who lives in Beaumont.
I have a couple friends that live in Beaumont. Yeah,
I
got a few friends.
People say, how long is from St. Albert to Beaumont? Like half an hour? No, it's a long way.
It's about an hour.
Yeah, and that's with good traffic. Right now, you're not going to do it in an hour.
No, it's about the distance.
We should mention that before we take a break, because we're running into declinations time here. Be careful out there. It is slippery, and Christmas is a wonderful time of year. But we also get a little bit restless and aggressive behind the wheel because we want to get our stuff and we want to get home. So we're working, we're shopping, we're driving, we're impatient. So I leave 3 or 4 car lengths, and sure as hell, somebody slides in, that's fine. Then I back off a little bit because time is what you need on streets like this. You just do, time and space, just like in the NHL. Okay, declinations on the way. Lowdown with Lowetide on Sports 1440 and YouTube.
You matter. Your mental health matters, and you're braver than you think. Not Alone is an organization focused on creating a space of acceptance and support through tough, meaningful conversation. My name is Tyler Smith, and you are never alone. NotAloneCo.com. It's okay to not be okay.
Seriously, another door knocker? I really want to go solar, but these high-pressure tactics are exhausting.
And their prices are unbelievable. Before we do anything, let's call Great Canadian Solar.
There's a better way to go solar. Great Canadian Solar provides honest advice and fair pricing to save you from overpaying. They're easy to deal with and will never put pressure on you to buy. As a trusted local business for over 15 years, Great Canadian Solar will support you in your solar journey. Visit GreatCanadianSolar.com and call today to get started.
Do you sit around at work listening to sports radio all day? That's right, my friend. There's no shame in it. It's the good life, and we're not here to snitch. Hey, if your company advertised on Sports 1440, you could be the one listening for your company's ad every day. Now you've got an excuse to listen to Sports 1440 all day. It's part of the job. Sounds like someone's getting a promotion. Email Gregor at sports1440.ca and let's get to work for you.
Diablo Boots sells only Canadian-made work and biker boots made by Canada West. No American or boots made in China, so no tariffs. All of Diablo's boots have replaceable soles and heels for longer life. Sizes 6 to 14 Triple E. Buy quality, buy Canadian. And support Canada West and Diablo, the 2 best names in the boot business. So save on boots by Save On Foods. That's Diablo Boots, 3340 Gateway Boulevard on the east side of Save On Foods. Buy Canadian. They're terrific.
The longest running basketball show in Canada airs every Saturday morning at 10 on Sports 1440. Hoop City with Paul Sir introduces a new generation of basketball talk, and it's right here on Edmonton's home for sports, Sports 1440.
Come for Canada's largest trade shows, the biggest names in entertainment, exhilarating sporting events, and more. And stay for the experience at the Edmonton Expo Centre. Looking for the perfect place to host your next big event? From trade shows to galas, meetings, and concerts, the Edmonton Expo Centre has the space, event expertise, and service to make your next event unforgettable. With over 522,000 square feet of flexible event space, in-house catering, and operational expertise, they bring your biggest vision to life. Learn more at edmontonexpocentre.com today.
You need the lowdown? It's with Lowetide right now on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wolf GMC Buick. We're making it easy. WolfGMCBuick.com.
1340, 1242. We're brought to you by Wolf GMC Buick. Hurry in for their Wish and Win event. We say hi to Doug and Mary. Propane Pimp is so happy I told that Lowetide story again. It's time for Declinations, presented by Elks Nation. Check out the new website, elksnation.ca. Article, podcast, and more breaking down the green and gold. The most in-depth double E football coverage online, elksnation.ca. And with that, we have Declinations. And what are you giving us? I know you're doing a duel. What is the duel?
Yeah, we're going to be doing the top 5 trade destinations for Giannis Antetokounmpo. You pitched it the other day on the show when we were talking about it. So we're going to roll with that here today, me and Josh. I got my 5th one. I joke about it a lot. I actually do think the Heat would be a fantastic fit for Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think he fits the culture. The Heat culture is built on like nose to the ground, blue collar hard work, which is, it's kind of hilarious that a city in Miami is kind of known for that as a franchise, but they really are. Like I look at him and Bam as a front court duo. I think that would be great. They have enough young pieces to send something back. Like I don't know how Giannis would feel about Jaime or Nikola Jovic. I think those would be 2 pieces that would be involved. You might need to send like Tyler back to match salary, Tyler Harrow. I don't know how willing the Heat would be to part with him. Like I don't know if it's the most likely one, but when you talk about fit, I have the Heat number 5.
Okay.
I like that. I also have a team in the East whose names start with H, except I have the Hawks.
Yeah, a lot of people
they have a solid defensive team and like Dyson Daniels in them. And I think they want to get rid of Trae Young eventually. He's got some salary that can match, especially in the second apron era. So I have Trae Young, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and 4 first-rounders going to the Bucks. and in return, the Hawks get Giannis, 2 unprotected picks, 2 swaps.
That's very specific. I like that. All right, 4 from Declan.
Yeah, I like that Josh put the full packages together. I did not. 4th, I have the Timberwolves. Again, think he'd be a really good fit. Like there's kind of a theme here, and I'm talking about how he looks in the front court playing alongside a dominant defensive center. Obviously, Rudy Gobert, the guy there. The problem with this one is like salary wise, Julius Randle's going to have to go. You're probably going to have to get rid of one of Jaden Reed one of Jaden McDaniels or Naz Reed. Not the best. You're kind of depleting some of your offense outside of Anthony Edwards, but I still like that fit. Obviously, the offense coming back and Giannis would make up for it. Probably less likely. Like I think this is the least likely scenario of the 5 I have laid out, but in terms of just fit, again, I like it.
There you go.
I like it in terms of just fit. They just, you get rid of Rudy Gobert because again, second apron, like you got to trade big salaries in this one.
Yeah, like I don't think like it would Julius and then one of Nas or Jaden.
Yeah,
but like I don't know if that moves it for the Bucks.
And then a bunch of picks.
Yeah,
but then like you're depleted in depth.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a real problem. For my number 4, staying in the East, I have the Raptors. Again, I think it's a good fit. He likes the city of Toronto. They play a fast-paced style, defensively sound. And they have offensive creators so that he doesn't really have to be in control of the offense. They can just be like, hey, Giannis, we're going to throw it up to you. For that trade package, I have the Bucks receiving Colin Murray Boyles, Brandon Ingram, and Mamu, plus 4 first-rounders, 2 unprotected, 2 top 6 protected.
I like that.
And then the Raps receive Giannis and Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
Keeping the family together. Number 3, I have the Knicks. I actually think this one's pretty easy. Karl Anthony Towns goes out there as a salary matcher. You throw in someone else young who the Bucks are going to like as an offensive option. I don't know what their draft pick situation looks like. It can't possibly be good because of how much they had to give up from Mikal Bridges. But I just think, I think he would do really well in New York because I think him and Jalen Brunson playing off each other would be such a great duo.
Can I ask a question here? Just jump in.
Mm-hmm.
If the Knicks were better run, wouldn't this be more obvious because New York is a big market? This is a very famous player, and I just think that the Knicks miss out on stuff because they're run less than they could be. They're less professionally than they could be.
Yeah, that's probably true. The only thing that would kind of hinder it is they're in the East as well. Like you don't want the team in the East to get richer, but you make a good point.
I just don't know like what young pieces you can send back because like the Knicks are in a very built to win
spot,
which means they don't have a lot of Karl Anthony Towns is gone. That's salary matching basically.
Mikal Bridges might be gone.
That's too much. Giannis is making hold on, sorry, let me just get to the Bucks here because he's making right around that $60 million mark here. And Cat is making $54 million. Giannis is making $54 million. So that's salary straight up. I just I don't know about the Knicks, what assets they can give up
to make it
the
worthwhile.
Bucks go. This is great for us.
Okay.
My number 3, I have the Rockets. The Bucks get Steven Adams, Jabari Smith Jr., Fred VanVleet, and 3 first-rounders, all 3 top 8 protected. And the Rockets get Giannis and Thanasis. The Rockets are one of those teams that are like a piece away, I think, in my mind. They have promising young talent in Amen Thompson, Reed Shepherd to an extent. But you also have to match salary. They really like Steven Adams down there. Steven Adams is one of those guys where it's like, hey, you know what? He's a really, really good player. The numbers back it up. And when you watch him play, you're like, oh my God, yeah, okay, it makes sense. He doesn't do a lot. But when he does things, you're like, oh my God, yeah, I see why our offense is so much better when he's on the floor without us. You put Giannis in that spot. I'm not saying it gets infinitely better or anything, but the numbers are very comparable in that situation. And I think that gives the Rockets the push they need to move. And on the flip side, the Bucks get a promising young guy in Jabari Smith Jr. They don't have to worry about extending him or anything because he's already on an extension. And Fred VanVleet can come back next year and you can have a semi-good team.
Number 2 for you, I believe, Declan.
Yeah, I had the Thunder at number 2, but the more I look at it, the salary is a little tougher to work out than I expected. They have all the picks in the world to trade. They have plenty of young assets they can trade. But when you talk about big money going back Milwaukee's way, like you're looking at like Hart and Dort and like Isaiah Joe or Aaron Wiggins or Jalen Williams, the other Jalen Williams. And like, I'm just not sure how willing Milwaukee would be to take on one of those guys as rebuild piece. Like none of those guys are focal points to build around. Obviously the picks would be there. But yeah, listen, they have assets in some capacity. They got draft picks. Salary would be an issue. Sam Presti would work it out. Rich get richer. I have Thunder number 2.
Your number 2.
My number 2 is the San Antonio Spurs. I feel pretty confident that Declan and I have flip-flopped our 1 and 2. Again, the idea of a Giannis Victor Wembanyama front court is one of the most horrifying thoughts that has ever graced the idea of NBA history. Like those two playing together. Declan said it when it was unofficially confirmed that Giannis is requested a trade or whatever, that front teams would score 75 points a night.
Right.
You could not score on the rim against that team unless both of them are off the court, and they'll never be off the court at the same time. So I think the Spurs is a great idea. They have promising young pieces. In this hypothetical trade, the Bucks, they get Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, and 4 first-rounders. Salaries semi-match up in that. 2 unprotected first round picks, 1 top 4 protected pick, and 1 top 12 protected pick are the things for those first rounders. The Spurs, they just get Giannis. No Thanasis in that one.
What years are these? 2099?
I'm not quite sure of what the pick situation is, but it would be the closest one they have to now, and then every other year.
Okay. No. All right. Number 1 for Declan.
Yeah, I have the Spurs, although I think money, like you talked about Harrison Barnes and Devin Vassell.
I think that gets close to 54 million.
That's about 10 mil short.
10 mil short? I'm sure there's another person you could throw in there.
Yeah, so then you're looking at, like, this is the thing, because I love the Spurs. I think you either have to do like De'Aaron Fox and Harrison Barnes, which I think would be cool. But I think, like, if I'm the Bucks, I probably want Steph Castle coming back my way. And if I'm the Spurs, I don't want to give up Steph Castle. But like Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, Steph Castle, 4 first rounders would get it done.
That's too many.
It's a lot.
Pieces.
It's a lot to give up. But I like it salary wise. It's gonna, because I don't know if they'd want to take on De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox in 5 years at 32 is gonna be making $61 million a year. Like, I don't.
If you're the Spurs, would you rather give up Dylan Harper? Or would you rather give up Steph Castle?
Rather give up Dylan Harper.
So why not Dylan Harper, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes?
Well, I'm looking at it from the Bucks perspective a little now. Like, how bad do you want this? How bad do you want Giannis right now? We'll take Steph Castle off your hands. I just think, like, dude, him and Victor, I can't even describe how good defensively that would be together. Like, teams wouldn't get shot offs. We'd see shot clock violations. Got to figure it out, but
it's a thing that's there for sure. My number 1, I have the Oklahoma City Thunder. This, in my mind, makes the most sense from what the Bucks can get back in return, and how much better it makes OKC, because that is another situation in which teams would the OKC Thunder already have the best defensive rating in the league. Like, teams do not score when they play against the Thunder. You put Giannis in there, all of a sudden things are crazy. Now, of course, with this, you're going to have to part with some pieces that you really like. In Isaiah Hartenstein, Adonai Mitchell is just another guy that you're going to have to pay, who's very promising. So I think you can let him go. If they're like, no, we don't want Hartenstein, we want Chet Holmgren, I think you seriously have to consider the idea of giving up Chet Holmgren for 4 years of quality basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo, in which you could probably win conceivably at least 3 more titles. And then the real sweetener of this is that they have 2 picks in this year's draft. One of them is unprotected from the Clippers. And by the way, the Clippers are so far below 500.
I thought it was top 3 protected.
Unprotected. Just found that out listening to the Ringer.
Those Clippers know what they're doing.
The Utah Jazz pick, though, is, I believe, top 4 protected. Okay. But those are both in this year's draft. And it's like, hey, you know what? This is a good deal. You have just in the way that the NBA draft lottery has worked in recent years, it's more or less likely that top 4 protected pick is going to end up being yours, because the Jazz will just they'll fall to 5, and you'll have a top 5 pick, and that's fantastic. And then Sam Presti has 13 more picks over the next 4 years or something that you can just go, here you go, pick 2. These are pick 2, go ahead. And the OKC in return are like, great, we have Giannis, a genuine defensive anchor. The idea of that should be more horrifying than a Spurs backcourt or front court of Giannis and Wemby.
So really quickly, got a couple of minutes here. I just want to talk about why this is one of the reasons why the NBA is just a superior league to follow, because it's like there's explosive news every week or so, and then it begins a dialogue or a conversation. And part of it is that the players definitely have more control, and I get that and I understand it. But it feels like teams are a little less, and maybe it's because there's so few players who play or are on the roster or are starters, but it seems like they're more willing to make trades that have some risk to them. Am I right about that, or is it just buttoned down like the NHL?
I think they're definitely willing to make more risk.
Yeah, I think they're definitely willing to take on risk. It's such a player-driven league that if you can get a dynamic player, you're gonna risk it for the biscuit, as we say.
Because in the end, it's a ring that matters. Yep. You do anything, you get a ring in return. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Where would he like to go?
Giannis?
Yeah.
Toronto, probably.
Miami.
I bet you he actually in reality, I bet you he doesn't have a place in mind.
Okay.
He loves Milwaukee, but it just unfortunately the writing's on the wall. It's
Greece.
The time is
does
up.
Does he just want him to buy him out so he can move to Greece? His family just moved there.
Yeah.
It's just him in Milwaukee now.
You know, he makes like $60 million a year. He can spend his 8 months in the States, giving us 5 more years of good basketball.
I would hope so.
You got the rest of your life to live in Greece, my brother.
I think when he really looks at it, though, a place like Houston or San Antonio makes sense in his mind of young, good talent around in one Giannis-sized piece away from possibly winning another championship.
Since we're talking about Milwaukee, which is beer country, what's your favorite American beer?
You know, I'm pretty basic when it comes to beer. Around the holiday season, I actually like to get more into craft beers because it's a little bit more festive. I really like it's not a good beer brand by any stretch of the imagination, but Red Truck beer, love it around the holidays. As far as my favorite American beer, I need my Miller Lite.
Okay.
I need my Miller Lite, the champagne of beers, baby.
Isn't that Miller High Life? Champagne of beers from the holdovers.
Maybe it is. Well, I like Miller Lite.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about you?
Miller Lite. I don't know, really. I'm like indifferent to Belgian Moon. That's American, right?
No, that would be from Belgium.
Well, it says Belgian Moon on it, but like doesn't mean it's brewed in Belgium.
Belgium.
I drink a lot more Canadian beer.
Yeah, I do too.
So I don't know. Like it's a tough one. Old Milwaukee, it has it in the title.
I like Rainier. I don't know even if they make it anymore. But
I think they do. I think I see it in the liquor store.
Yeah, and I love like European beer, like Heineken is really good. It's a really good beer.
The Lone Star Lager.
There you go. All right, but I'm with Declan. I drink Canadian beer, especially now.
I drink Miller Lite.
You said Bush wrong. Bush Light is the answer.
Bush Light. Bush Apple.
Do they still have those Clydesdales running through the town on their commercials around Christmas time?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's long gone, I guess. All right. So there are some big news items today, including World Cup draw. Canada got a good one. Americans did even better. And the Village People rock and roll. We saw it live. Wow, what a day. Steve Lansky straight ahead. We're going to talk to him about the Oilers, little AJ action, and that World Cup draw, and what he's looking forward to at the World Cup. This is the Lowdown with Lowetide on Sports 1440 and YouTube. It's time for an update from Declan Krueger.
This is the Sports 1440 update.
World Cup draw earlier today. Canada in Group B, drawing Qatar and Switzerland in the UEFA Path A playoff winner, which will be one of Italy, Wales, Northern Ireland, or Bosnia and Herzegovina for the 2026 World Cup. Kyler Murray will be out for the rest of the season for the Arizona Cardinals. And in the NHL tonight, Vegas and New Jersey and Buffalo and Winnipeg starting the action at 5 p.m. The late game today will see Washington and Anaheim. In the NBA, it all gets going at 5 o'clock with a marquee matchup between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Boston Celtics. Toronto Raptors in action at 5:30, playing host to the Charlotte Hornets. And the late game in the league tonight will see the Dallas Mavericks in OKC taking on the Thunder. WHL schedule tonight will see the Edmonton Oil Kings playing host to the Red Deer Rebels at 7 p.m. And Sunday will be the Oil Kings Teddy Bear Toss night. In the AJHL, Bonnyville and Grand Prairie, Devon and Drumheller, Lloydminster and Drayton Valley, and Camrose and Canmore. The matchups tonight. In the BCHL, a marquee matchup between the Sherwood Park Crusaders and the Spruce Grove Saints at 7 p.m. Collegiate hockey in the cities. The Pandas will take on the McEwen Griffins tonight at the Claire Drake Arena, 7 p.m. Puck drop tomorrow. It's going to be at the DCA at 5. Golden Bears also in action versus the McEwen Griffins. They'll play at the DCA tonight at 7 and tomorrow at the Drake. That's going to do it for us here in Hour 1. Up next is Hour 2, where we'll be joined by Steve Lansky, continue talking all things Edmonton Oilers and Canada's draw in the World Cup. I'm Declan Krueger, and this has been a Sports 1440 update.
1440, Stingray radio station. CKJR broadcasts from West Edmonton Mall and Wetaskiwin.
Download the free Stingray music app and listen wherever you go.
He's a winner.
Sweet.
She's a winner too.
Right.
Everyone's a winner during Wish and Win at Wolf GMC Buick. Every single customer is guaranteed at least a $500 bonus with a chance to save up to $25,000 towards a new GMC or Buick. At Wolf GMC Buick, we also have 0% financing up to 84 months on most of our popular SUVs and trucks. And we're clearing out remaining 25s, including cash discounts up to $10,000 on a great selection of Sierra HDs. 90 seconds east of the Henday. Wolf GMC Buick, where everyone wins.
Actions speak louder than words. Japa Machinery Group puts your construction plan into action with XCMG construction machinery you need. Available for rental or sale. Learn more at japamachinery.com.
It's the biggest game of the season. The Edmonton Oil Kings Teddy Bear Toss, presented by The Brick.
Family Fun Sunday, December 7th. Bring your new stuffed bears to the game, and when the Oil Kings score their first goal, the fur will fly onto the ice.
Help Santa's Anonymous collect thousands of bears this holiday season for families in need.
See the Oil Kings in their special Teddy Bear Toss themed jerseys as they face the Prince Albert Raiders.
Teddy Bear Toss, presented by The Brick. 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon at Rogers Place.
Limited seats remain. Great family entertainment starts at just $20 a seat at oilkings.ca.
You matter. Your mental health matters, and you're braver than you think. Not Alone is an organization focused on creating a space of acceptance and support through tough, meaningful conversation. My name is Tyler Smith, and you are never alone. NotAloneCo.com. It's okay to not be okay.
Seriously, another door knocker? I really want to go solar, but these high-pressure tactics are exhausting.
And their prices are unbelievable. Before we do anything, let's call Great Canadian Solar.
There's a better way to go solar. Great Canadian Solar provides honest advice and fair pricing to save you from overpaying. They're easy to deal with and will never put pressure on you to buy. As a trusted local business for over 15 years, Great Canadian Solar will support you in your solar journey. Visit greatcanadiansolar.com and call today to get started.
Do you sit around at work listening to sports radio all day? That's right, my friend. There's no shame in it. It's the good life. And we're not here to snitch. Hey, if your company advertised on Sports 1440, you could be the one listening for your company's ad every day. Now you've got an excuse to listen to Sports 1440 all day. It's part of the job. Sounds like someone's getting a promotion. Email Gregor at sports1440.ca and let's get to work for you.
Diablo Boots sells only Canadian-made work and biker boots made by Canada West. No American or boots made in China, so no tariffs. All of Diablo's boots have replaceable soles and heels for longer life. Sizes 6 to 14 Triple E. Buy quality, buy Canadian. And support Canada West and Diablo, the two best names in the boot business. So save on boots by Save On Foods. That's Diablo Boots, 3340 Gateway Boulevard on the east side of Save On Foods. Buy Canadian. They're terrific.
You need the lowdown? It's with Lowetide right now on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wolf GMC Buick. We're making it easy. WolfGMCBuick.com.
This is the Lowdown on Sports 1440, brought to you by Wolf GMC Buick. Hurry in for their Wish and Win event. Everyone's a winner. You're guaranteed a minimum of $500 bonus on your new vehicle purchase. Visit wolfgmcbuick.com. A little after 1 o'clock, we're joined by our friend Steve Lansky from Inside the Truck podcast. Steve, how are you today?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm very well. I sent you a text the other day, and I don't know if you got it or not, but we're interested in having you be on YouTube.
Yes, I got that about a minute and a half ago, and I would do it, but today wouldn't be appealing to anybody watching.
Okay, so you've just done your hair, and you've got you're under one of those big hair dryers.
That's right. That's right, with the curlers and the. What is it? Salon hair dryer. That's where I am. Yes.
I love that I wrote that a week ago, and you just got it. You know.
Well, apparently you needed some sort of passcode, and we're busy trying to figure out what to put on the wall of the basement. So it's been a day, dude. It's been a day. I'll be honest with you. 4 minutes ago, I remembered we were doing this. So it's been an interesting 4 minutes.
And the thing about guys is we will never offended by that because you get busy, you're doing stuff. And so what are the choices on the wall? Do you have a picture of you and slats shaking each other's hand or something?
Don't have that. We're deciding on a kind of a wood panel wall treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is I'm trying to avoid buying 73 boxes of it. So I want to make the panels a certain size. So we're deciding how many panels, can they go vertical and horizontal. See, now I'm having like a bit of PTSD with a flashback, and that was only 7 minutes ago that we were going through that.
Well, I want to congratulate you on your innovation. Nobody's ever done wood paneling in the basement.
It's the new paneling. It's that stuff with the grooves. It actually looks kind of cool. Yeah. And my guess is it'll collect dust like nothing's ever collected dust before. So I'm very much looking forward to that.
When we were first looking at houses years and years ago, I was shocked by how many houses had that old-timey wood paneling. Everybody had it. You put it up, you forgot about it, and it forgot about you.
I think it was just so easy to put up back in the day. Like when I think of my grandparents' house, which is near Picton, Ontario, Belleville, they had that stuff everywhere. But it must have been real easy to put up with little finishing nails, bang, bang, bang. The room's all done. It must have been the greatest thing in the world when it was invented.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. And it's do you remember when they came out with a gold fridge and everybody had to have it was kind of a greeny gold fridge, and you had because everybody had a white one, and it was like
now which one was it, the green or the gold? Because this is going to show you how messed up. Yeah, you know what's coming. So to me, the gold was Harvest Gold,
right?
But my mother had the green, which was, you ready?
Yeah,
avocado.
You're right. The
yes,
avocado,
I know, right? Because the trash compactor, the fridge, the stove, the oven, everything had to be avocado. Yes.
And 15 years later, everybody goes back to white, or then stainless steel was the thing. Oh my God, stainless steel. That's the stuff.
Man, how old are we? Alternatively, how much do we remember and how much do we love life? That's the way
there you go. Speaking of, Edmonton Oilers love life today. Edmonton Oilers fans love life today because they absolutely harpooned the Kraken last night, and everybody was scoring goals. You couldn't go to the washroom and miss 2 goals. And for the Oilers, I think this is the first what we used to call laugher they've had all year.
It's with them winning, yes. We have seen some laughers, but we were laughing for the other team. The thing I liked most about last night, we should send Joey Decor to, a fruit basket or something, because that goal by McDavid on the power play, somebody missed the net, maybe Nuge, and McDavid has no angle whatsoever, or maybe that was Grubauer, I can't remember, and just blasted through his legs like he's not even paying attention at that point.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's a game going on. But the thing that I love the most about last night, and I've seen this before, there was no smiles after the goal.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that I read that and I'm like, okay, so now finally, what is this? December 5th, we're serious. Finally, it's still December 5th.
And, there's a couple of folks on my blog were saying, the Oilers should flush the season and, get a high pick. And I'm like, man, you can't that's not what this team is. This team is underperforming, but any team that has McDavid and Draisaitl on it, I mean, I'm pushing all year. I'm pushing until the final day of the season, just like the Habs did in 1970, which was a great day.
Oh, 100% that you had to. Is that the day that, the Rangers needed to beat somebody 5-2.
And they did. Yeah.
And but I think that you're right. You don't. I mean, I can't envision a world in which I would do that. I might do it in March, but I certainly wouldn't do it now. But it's there. I know it's there. And when I see them just, McDavid scores and you're on the close up and he's like, yeah, good job. Let's go to the bench. Like that's what I want to see as a guy who's expecting the Oilers to succeed.
I think the last 3 games, 2 against the Kraken, 1 against Minnesota, have been a little better. They're better attention to detail. That long road trip is over. They've had some days to practice. And I look at this division and even the Western Conference, and when Winnipeg's coming to town, my God, Steve, there's so many injuries in this league right now. And I think it's the compressed schedule, but it really is impacting teams.
Oh, that compressed schedule is because sometimes I forget that there's the Olympic gap, and I'll look and I'm like, oh my God, it's like game off, game off, game off, game off. And I'm like, oh yeah, right. And you're right. I don't think, if I'm a player, it does not do my body any good to be going through this, because what I love most is if you imagine how good the hockey would be, Al, if you could go game, off day, game, off day, game, and never have 2 and 3, never have. Oh my God, the league would improve exponentially. Yeah. But money-wise, I don't see it happening.
No, Jacques Lemaire talked about that when he went to Switzerland, and I talked to Sean Brown when he went over there, Jason Strudwick too, and they loved the schedule because Lemaire used to practice all week in whatever town he was in, and then they take the train for the weekend, play a couple of games like Friday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, and then they're back home. Their schedule was just so much less, draining, and I think they probably got great hockey out of it.
Highly civilized, whereas this to me would not be. My podcast partner Paul Hemming was in your spot with me a few weeks ago.
Man, we enjoyed that.
Yeah, me too.
And you were there too, right?
I was, yeah. That one time, I did have to reintroduce you to me in the middle of the show, but I look at his, he's in Vancouver tonight. He's here tomorrow morning. They land at 1 a.m. with the Mammoth. Then he does a game. Then he flies to Utah. He'll be in his bed in Utah tomorrow night. That is a lot of traveling. I get it. There's charters and everything like that. But when you arrive in hotels at places at 1 a.m, that is decidedly the opposite of civilized.
Yeah. I remember Jackson Brown wrote a song called, I think it was called The Lowdown. And it was about, the everybody's putting the equipment away and they're putting it on the truck, and he's playing his grand piano. He just wants to play, but they got to take that too. And then they're on to the next town and they don't even know what town it is. It must be by the end of a season, you must be ready to just not move at all.
It must be. It absolute must be. And that's why when you get a convenient injury in March, when your lead dies, I'm not sure it's the end of the world. Because you're not supposed to know how hard they're going to go in the Stanley Cup playoffs, whatever team makes the playoffs. And I don't envy them the day after the season ends, for sure, especially if they don't win the cup.
I wanted to talk to you about the AJHL. We're well underway. Teams have started slowly, and then you had a hot streak, and now they're, kind of going the other way, where maybe they're sinking in the standings a little bit. We've seen this all before, of course, but the AJHL and the BCHL, it's all kind of split up, and it's a different world now. But I kind of follow the Kodiaks here, and they're in first place, but they're playing well. But so are the Canucks and Drumheller, and Olds got a big win the other night. Are you following it closely, and how are you enjoying the league?
Yeah, I went to the Canucks game last weekend. I'll go again tomorrow. The funny thing about the Canucks is they won the Centennial Cup last year, and I have to look, but I don't think there's a single returning player other than Riley Bracco, who's the captain now. Mm-hmm. So that is literally a turnover of 22 guys, plus the head coach. Brad Moran is out. Matt Robinson is in. So that's interesting, but at the same time, I'm they're like a shell of their former selves.
Right.
And then, of course, junior hockey, you never know what you're going to get dealt. Noah Nelson had a shutout last Saturday again. It'll come to me in a minute. It's not coming at the most old. He shut out Old 5-0. Great game. Who knows what you're going to get the next game? I love that about junior hockey. I would go any day because you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's true. And it's, part of it is that, you're cheering for Laundry. But also you are, but I remember I watched AJHL Rustlers versus Olds, and Ray Podlosky was on the Red Deer Rustlers that year that I was there and watched that team, and I got I followed his career afterwards. He played in the NHL one game, I think, and I followed his career because I really enjoyed watching him play, and he ended up being a real good hockey player.
The enthusiasm of the young guys in junior hockey is just fantastic, and you can see them make a mistake. You can see them get down. Sometimes I miss that in the pros. They're there for the money. These guys aren't there for the money. These guys are there because they love hockey. They have a little bit of a gift, and they think they can succeed. It's not even major junior, it's junior A, which is why I think I probably love it even more.
Steve Lansky, our guest from Inside the Truck podcast, Howie Meeker years ago talked about when Frank Mahovlich came to the Toronto Maple Leafs, and he said he loved watching him play because he'd skate down the ice and he'd shoot the puck, and then somebody would hit him and he'd laugh and he'd jump up and he'd go down the ice and hit that guy again when he was trying to take a shot. And he said all he was doing was having fun, just an absolute blast playing hockey. And that's it's such business now. I don't think they have as much fun in the NHL as they might have done, during Mahovlich's time. But these kids are playing for the fun, at least a little bit for the love of the sport.
Oh, absolutely, and it shows. It shows every shift they get so high and they get so low. Whereas pros kind of just live in the middle of between those two, and that's so much fun to watch. And there's learning and there's teaching and they're jumping into each other's arms. And I never walk out without a smile on my face, no matter what the final score was.
I saw the Village People play today, and I haven't since 1979 at the World Cup draw. Canada got a good one. USA also got a good one. These are according to the experts. I'm only an expert during the World Cup on the World Cup. But are you excited about it? Are you going to watch a lot of World Cup?
I will watch every game that Canada plays, although I do remember the last World Cup. I can't remember the exact details. Somebody listening will know. We went out for breakfast and we came back like 4 minutes late and they were already down 2-0. And I'm like, the game is 4 minutes old. I will watch when they play, but I'm not. But I'll tell you what, if you live in Toronto during the World Cup, oh my God, that place is going to be insane, man. There will be flags for sale on every single corner of that city. You would never not know the World Cup was on.
Yeah. I like it. I remember one time I had a job interview. I was sitting in a Boston Pizza, and the game was on behind me, and I don't remember who was playing, but I think Spain was the team that was scoring. And like, you're talking, and I'm doing a job interview, so I'm trying to be at my best, and I just don't. Oh, it's 1. Oh, it's 2. No, and then it's like 5-0, and there's 11 minutes gone, and I'm like, what in hell is happening here? And I actually lost my concentration during the job interview, which is bad form.
How could you not? With the person interviewing, you obviously understood.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was fine. But I just remember thinking to myself, if somebody was watching you, a trainer was watching you, they would slap you right now because you're not paying attention to the interview. But,
it's impossible.
It's a sports brain.
You saw something shiny, you got distracted. I think we all understand that.
Are you done Christmas shopping?
Oh, I haven't even started, dude. No, I haven't even started. You would think I would have. Now, I have made my yearly Christmas cake and shipped them around the country.
Yes.
And everybody has received them. So I guess in that sense, I'm way ahead of the game because it's December 5th. But other than that, no actual in-store purchases have been made. No.
Okay. Well, there's always GCs. Those are good with the youngsters.
Yeah, they do love that kind of thing. Yeah, it's a very good point. Yeah.
All right. Lansky, you rock. Thank you.
All right, man. Take care.
There you go. Steve Lansky talking about the Edmonton Oilers, about the World Cup, about the AJHL, and about the love of sport. I'm thinking that this is going to be a really unusual and different World Cup. But when it comes down to it, and I don't know who's strong right now, Portugal, Spain, Argentina, Brazil, Germany. We'll throw England in because of Fenwick being here. Holland/Netherlands. I always cheer for the African countries because they're so colorful and they play such interesting and innovative styles. But who do you like, or do you like anybody in the World Cup?
It's definitely Spain's to lose this year. Or next year, I guess I should say. Yeah, they definitely have best young player, best through and through team. England has a great team as well, but England is kind of like the Leafs to a degree where they just fumble it every time without fail. England's the roster that should be competitive, but yeah, this one, it's probably going to be Spain's year.
Yeah, the problem with England is they get to penalty kicks and the veterans are afraid to go up and kick the ball.
Harry Kane just skies it.
I mean, you must be so proud.
Okay, then.
Are you Fenwick is English, correct?
Yeah, we're from everywhere. I believe the Fenwick name is English, correct?
Okay, but you cheer for Canada.
That I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. So, what do you think of Canada's chances of the World Cup?
I love them. Do I know much about oh my God.
No, I hear you. I'm about
Footy?
there.
Not enough.
No.
But as Connor Halley told me, we'll all be experts in 5 months.
That's the way it works. Because you read stuff, and then if you don't know, just ask Almeida, because is he in your DMs telling you about stuff
all the time?
Yeah. This is Almeida. Portugal has so many great players that some of them play for other countries. Did you know that? I learned that from Almeida.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
But shut up.
There you go. All right, 121. We'll take a break. Your comments on World Cup, the Oilers, and more straight ahead. Lowdown with Lowetide on Sports 1440 and YouTube.
Bringing every project to life requires the right team. By joining the Japa Machinery Group service or sales teams, you can be part of setting a new industry standard. Celebrating a legacy of excellence with Japa. Learn more at japamachinery.com.
Planning your next event? Let Loca Quality Market cater. From made-to-order meals to gourmet platters to full chef tasting experiences, they make entertaining effortless. Visit loca.ca to start planning today.
He's a winner.
Sweet.
She's a winner too.
Right.
Everyone's a winner during Wish and Win at Wolf GMC Buick. Every single customer is guaranteed at least a $500 bonus with a chance to save up to $25,000 towards a new GMC or Buick. At Wolf GMC Buick, we also have 0% financing up to 84 months on most of our popular SUVs and trucks. And we're clearing out remaining 25s, including cash discounts up to $10,000 on a great selection of Sierra HDs. 90 seconds east of the Henday. Wolf GMC Buick, where everyone wins.
Across the province, Albertans are taking their shot on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code Gregor50. That's code Gregor50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner.
Picture this. You're sleeping and you're awake, but it's a good day because you're about to make your way to McDonald's to pick up some breakfast. Fast forward, you're there. What's this? You can now get all those breakfast classics penny style with rich, creamy hollandaise style sauce. A happy little tear rolls down your cheek. You grab your small McCafe premium roast coffee, still just $1 plus tax every day. And see. Get up and at 'em with the Egg McMuffin. At participating McDonald's restaurants in Canada. Prices exclude delivery.
Edmonton's only 24-hour-a-day sports radio station can be heard anytime, anywhere. Sports 1440 is streaming on your phone, your tablet, your computer. Download an app today and listen to Sports 1440.
Bring in the new year with a Canadian country legend. December 31st, in concert at the Silent Ice Center in Nisku, Brett Kissel. She drives me crazy. With special guests Haley Benedict and Morgan Clyburn. Bring your friends, your cowboy boots, and your party spirit for a night full of hits, celebration, and unforgettable memories. Hosted by Chris Sheets, the countdown to 2026 starts with Brett Kissel live on stage. Get your tickets now at silenticecenter.com/events.
Hey everybody, it's Chief Principe and Jason Stradler. Join us on a 7-night cruise to the Mexican Riviera, leaving from Los Angeles and including Cabo, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and more. While we relax and cruise the tropical waters and have some drinks with umbrellas in them, you could attend an intimate meet and greet with legends like Bill Ranford, Jason Strudwick, Kelly Buchberger, Ron Lowe, Jack Michaels, Louis DeBrusque, and more. Don't miss out on every hockey fan's dream cruise, the Edmonton Hockey Legends Cruise. It's going to be one hell of a trip. Price start at just $23.99. Part of the proceeds support the Ben Stelter Foundation and Kids with Cancer.
The Edmonton Hockey Legends Cruise, July 2026. Visit cast.tours/Edmonton or call 1-833-347-7678. Book now and save $500 per cabin when you mention promo code Stingray Radio. That's cast.tours/Edmonton.
I'm Rick Showers from No Bull RV, and people often ask me, hey, Rick, do people actually buy RVs from No Bull in the fall?
Fair question, Rick. Why would you want to buy an RV just when it's time to put it away in storage for the winter?
And I have the answer, Bob, because the RVs at No Bull are used. And that means every RV on our lot is a one of a kind. So when you're looking for a used RV, you can be really picky.
One of a kind means you don't have to compromise on what you're looking for.
That's right, Bob. But it also means when you find the right one, you grab it up before someone else does. Sometimes that's in the fall, but No Bull makes it easy because when you buy your used RV now, we include winterization and winter storage for free. We even get it prepared for spring camping at no charge to you. All you need to do is be ready for the great outdoors come next spring. When you think of it that way, the fall might be the best time to get your RV.
And that's No Bull.
NoBullRV.ca.
Here's the lowdown with Lowetide on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wolf GMC Buick. We're making it easy. WolfGMCBuick.com.
Right on Sports 1440 and YouTube. Presented by Wolf GMC Buick. Hurry in for their Wish and Win event on now, wolfgmcbuick.com. Did you get your Spotify Wrap, gentlemen?
I did. Spotify and Apple Music.
Okay, I don't do Apple, but my top 5 artists were Neil Young, the band, Emmylou Harris, Rolling Stones, Peter Gabriel. Top songs, The Story, Powderfinger, Killin' the Blues, Santa Monica, and Wheat Kings. Probably you've heard of none of those.
I know what Wheat Kings is for sure. Shout out to the hip.
All right.
Your average listening age, hold on, I'm going to take a guess here, 79.
73.
Damn, really close.
What about you, Declan?
Yeah, not a great year for me on the Spotify Wrapped. My top artists were like Lil Baby, Gunna, Lil Durk, Dave, Dave?
all of your
British rapper,
all of your names of your artists are guys that you might have known in school. Larry, Clint, can these people not get together? Like Lil Baby is at least creative.
Well, I only really listen to music when I run.
He's going to be a fool when he's 96. Hey, 96. Happy 96th birthday, Lil Baby.
Well, his real name's Dominique.
Singing None. All right. And what are your songs?
Oh, what were my songs? I don't know. Probably like Clash, Sold Out Dates.
Larry's Home.
Larry's Home was in
Velma,
there.
Pass the Keys.
My top song on Apple Music was Viva La Vida by Coldplay.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Great one.
Classic.
Really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yours, my top 5 listened to songs were the first 5 songs in my Vibin playlist in the order.
Luke Bryan.
No, Your Man by Joji, obligatory folk pop song. It starts off with the It's Not Your Fault scene from Good Will Hunting.
Oh, okay. No.
So that's a fun listen. Rattlesnake by Jack Van Cleef featuring Zach Bryan. Feel It by David, and then Hell's Coming With Me by Poor Man's Poison. Love Poor Man's Poison. They ended up in my top 5 artists because I had a big push with them at the end of the year.
There you go. Well, I think it's fun to do. I think music connects people. So at the end of the year, when you do the rap, you share it, people go, hey, that's great, or you suck. But at least we're talking.
That's why I don't share mine.
Well, you don't suck.
Hey, actually, shout out. Yesterday, someone sent in their Spotify Wrapped how much they listened to the Lowdown, and they were the top 0.2% of listeners.
Oh, really?
The Lowdown with Lowetide.
All right.
So if you had us on your podcast Wrapped, send it our way.
Love it.
We'd love to see it.
Love that.
This was my mom's most listened to podcast. 291 minutes.
My girl had it. It was her number 3.
So
love you, babe.
When you are when she tells you that, she's going to know exactly how much pain she had to endure because of you this year.
Are you talking about to me or Josh's mom?
I was staring at Josh.
Okay.
No, I think it's very sweet that your mom and your girlfriend.
So some days she watches, so she doesn't have to listen to the podcast, and some days she doesn't want to listen to the podcast, and then other days she's like, oh, you were producing today. Because my dad will say, oh, Josh sent out the tweet today. It must mean he's producing.
My girl says she likes the opening segment before we start talking about sports.
Yeah, no, I think that's the best part. The opening segment is the best. You guys didn't want to get involved today. I had to prod you to actually speak in words.
Well, there was just we were doing some, which by the way, actually,
has not gotten done.
I need that.
Has not gotten done.
So that's like an
forgot about
hour and
that.
15 minutes.
It's because it's the new Loca liner. That's the one, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Husk says I started to dig into Talking Heads again. They are so good. I know. Like I every once in a while something will show up and it'll be like the album cover of Fear of Music, and then I have to go right back to that. And when I'm done with that, I go 77. Then the Fear of Food, whatever that album is called, can't remember it now. And then I go to the live album, which is just like all of everything, and it's so good. They're just wonderful. 7,000 minutes of Oasis, LOL. Yeah, how do you see your average age on Apple Music? I don't know. I've got.
I don't think you can.
Yeah,
I think it's just a Spotify thing.
I'm 73 on Spotify, which is not how old I am, but I do listen to stuff that was like late 60s, early 70s. You know,
I got a really crazy one. Despite my top artists, my listening age was 71. If you can even believe that. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's good though, because you do have a wide range of interests.
Yeah.
Like I'm not listening to Lil Baby.
I was listening to a lot of Meatloaf.
Yeah, you listen to, some more modern. No, that's not right. You listen to some music that would be familiar to me.
Yeah.
Which makes you a good person.
This was the first year I looked at my raps and I was like, man, I got terrible music taste. I got to pick it up.
Nikki Northside, man, my listening age was older than LT, 83 years for me. One thing I don't agree with, people will say, oh, the old time music was the best. I don't think that's true. I think we tend to look at the music we listened to when we were 15 as the best ever, or in that age range, when in actuality, all music is brilliant. It touches you, it moves you, it makes you feel, it attaches itself to your best and worst memories. So those are all things that makes music special, but it's a connection you have to the song, that makes it special. The problem with England, we don't have time for this, is there are too many British players from Propane Pimp. That is the problem.
Zinger. Get roasted. Too many British players. That's a tough beat.
Argentina is like way smaller than Brazil, and then they win lots. Brazil does too, but
Small and quick.
Brazil's won more. They won 5 World Cups.
Yeah, but how much bigger are they than Argentina?
Yeah, they're definitely a bigger country, more populous.
Does Argentina only have 2?
Argentina has 3.
2 with Maradona.
Or do they have 4?
No,
because I know they only have 1 in the Messi era.
But what a way to win it. My God, what a player.
That was fun. I remember watching that World Cup.
Best player of your lifetime in soccer.
Best player of anyone's lifetime.
Yeah.
He's
the
player.
GOAT. Sorry, Cristiano Ronaldo.
You aren't looking hard enough if you don't like modern music. From Montana to Rice. I like Lana Del Rey a lot. I like Sevjon Stevens, who I think is modern music. I like Deep Purple. Very modern.
Is it your daughter that makes you listen to Lana Del Rey?
Yeah, she's a big fan. But I like that Blue Jean song. Love that song. There's some songs of her lyrics are like, well, everybody's. I like Rihanna too.
Rihanna's good. I like Rihanna songs. Yeah. Monster. That's I think my all-time favorite Rihanna song. Also has Eminem on it, so a little bonus there. But
Bone says anxiety sucks. Can't listen to old music much. Too many memories attached. CKUA is my jam now. That's a great station, no doubt about it. But yeah, I know that memories attach themselves to music, but as time goes on, those songs become important again. I think for a little bit different reason. Maybe a memory, that's a little easier to experience. Check out Father John Misty if you like Lowetide. Okay. That's an Eminem song. Josh, wake up.
I'm pretty sure it's a Rihanna song featuring Eminem. Because, like, I think she's at least the main vocal talent in it. And then Eminem comes in and raps a verse. I don't think it's an Eminem song. I think it's a Rihanna song featuring Eminem.
Which one?
Monster.
Oh, that's an Eminem song.
Oh, well, you know what? MTR, you're right. Sorry, I wasn't awake for that.
Well, for you, it's a Rihanna song. I like that Love on the Brain song. Man, that's a good song. That has 1,100 hooks. Lowetide, I would think you like Lord Huron, or on Drugs, Sam Fender, maybe Geese. Father John Misty, also good. Monster was on the Recovery album.
See, now we have two different things here. All right. Granted, my Eminem knowledge, not all the way up to, it's not a very fine point. Is that different than Marshall Mathers 2?
Yeah, it was on the Marshall Mathers LP too.
It was also on Roy Drusky's Greatest Hits.
It was also on when did that song come out? A while ago, but I remember watching the music video because it was one of the music videos of the year in like 2012 or something like that. We used to record that and watch it every year during the new year.
Did you ever, when you were kids, did you ever get excited that one of your favorite bands was going to be on TV?
No,
not really.
It was a big deal back in the day.
I remember one time I got really excited because I thought the Plain White Tees were going to be on iCarly.
I remember one time I made my mom and dad and my brother, I think, but my mom and dad for sure, watch a television show called The Snoop Sisters because the Snoop Sisters were two sisters, older sisters, who were solved murders, which of course is very plausible. And the guest star one week was Alice Cooper. And I loved Alice Cooper. And I made my parents, which was a mistake because I made my parents watch it with me. And Alice Cooper sang a song called Sick Things. Sick Things. And so they were just aghast that this was my favorite artist at the time. And then there was the whole Dead Babies situation where my dad barged into the room and in my bedroom and said, is he singing Dead Babies can take care of themselves or can't take care of themselves? And I had to tell my dad that they can't take care of themselves. It was a big moment for me. Take a listen to the Fearless Flyers. I think you would be down with that. One of the best bass players today. I was stoked to see the Hip on SNL. Dan Aykroyd made the music request. Afro Era. I remember that where I think he agreed to be a guest star or guest host if the Hip could be on. I don't understand why America didn't get into the Hip. So good. Tiny Boop Squig Shorterly. Are people just making up words now?
Yes. They're all playing with you, Ted. They're playing with your emotions.
I can't believe that they would do that. Old man, it's my birthday. I might be 96. You don't know.
I'm willing to bet you're not 96.
All right. We're going to talk about the Oilers next. Lowdown with Lowetide on Sports 1440 and YouTube.
The Lowdown on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wolf GMC Buick.
We want orange. Give us the orange. We want orange. Bring out the orange.
You got it, Canada. Booster Juice orange smoothies are back by popular demand. The original, the marathon, and orangesicle smoothies are back and bursting with tangy zest of oranges. They're Canadian favorites. Orange, you glad they're back? Only for a limited time. So squeeze the day, smoothie lovers, and head to a Booster Juice near you now. Booster Juice, Canadian born, blending since 1999.
Mr. Rooter decorates a gingerbread house.
Wow. What did you do here, Mr. Rooter?
Well, we've got a Jube Jube toilet, complete with an icing-based wax seal. The main water line is licorice, red for hot, black for cold. You got your standard marshmallow hot water tank and a candy cane sewer line. And on the outside, candy corn hose pips. Disgusting, but they get the job done.
To have your Yule clogs fixed, trust one plumber, Mr. Rooter.
Whether you're a craft beer connoisseur or more of a wine aficionado,
There's always something new to discover at Sherbrooke Liquor, a unique, family-owned, independent liquor store. The selection? Incredible. The non-alcohol section is also very impressive. Sherbrooke Liquor, expert, knowledgeable staff with a passion for unique finds. More than just a liquor store, we're a community. Alberta's best, the one and only Sherbrooke Liquor. Wine, spirits, and oodles of beer. Visit SherbrookeLiquor.com. Black Friday deals continue at The Brick. And until December 11th, you can save big in every department. Save up to $1,000 off sectionals, up to 40% off mattresses, and up to 30% off furniture. Plus, buy more, save more. Up to an extra $300 off select major appliances. Don't wait for the crowds. It's your last chance for Black Friday deals. See thebrick.com for details and exclusions. The Brick, saving you more.
This hockey season, before every game, check out the pregame show with Andrew Walker on Sports 1440. It's brought to you by Titan Supply, your only source for rigging, lifting, and hauling products. Visit titansupply.ca.
I'm Grant Fedork from Leading Edge Physiotherapy, and people who suffer brain fog might think it's just going to be part of their life. But listen, I've seen a 38-year-old man managing a concussion read her kid a bedtime story without losing the plot, all because of cognitive rehab that rewires the brain like a GPS reboot. Your brain isn't broken, it's buffering. One missed beat in focus, memory, or balance snowballs into frustration, falls, or forgotten keys. Stroke, concussion, long COVID, even aging can all lead to brain fog. Cognitive rehab works. Check us out at leadingedgephysio.com before your next "where'd I put my phone" moment.
Vinny and Don in Hockey are dedicated to skill development for all hockey players. If you know a student athlete interested in growing as a person and a player, register for a free shadow day. Beginner or experienced, this program develops a student athlete skill in a supportive environment. It's a great opportunity for prospective student athletes entering grades 3 through 12 to see what Vimy and Donnan have to offer. Visit vimyridge.epsb.ca or donnan.epsb.ca for more info and to sign up.
Across rural Alberta, volunteers and community groups work hard to make life better for their neighbors, creating new playgrounds, better rinks, and gathering places that bring us together. Vision Credit Union is proud to lend these local heroes a helping hand. Apply today for a Helping Hand grant up to $10,000 to support your community's next big idea. Let's make great things happen together. Applications are open until January 31st, 2026. Learn more at whatsyourshare.ca.
He's heading into the driveway. Temperature's dropping fast, folks. He opens the hood and, oh no, the battery's on thin ice.
Yeah, that's a tough break, Tim. I mean, you can't expect to compete and win with weak parts in your game like that.
But wait, he's made a clutch move. He's gone to Napa Auto Parts for the win. They've got batteries, winter-grade oils, antifreeze, and wiper blades built for cold Alberta conditions.
That's a championship play, Tim.
With over 85 Alberta locations, visit your local Napa store today or shop online at napacanada.com. That's Napa know-how.
Here's the Lowdown with Lowetide on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wolf GMC Buick. We're making it easy. WolfGMCBuick.com.
Lowdown with Lowetide on Sports 1440, brought to you by Wolf GMC Buick. Check them out. Hurry in for their Wish and Win event. WolfGMCBuick.com. Edmonton Oilers, big winners last night. They need a great December and then a great January, but that was an outstanding game. Do you know that so far this season, I'm going to throw some numbers at you. Often when I'm looking at the Oilers, I use the centers as proxy for line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4. So far at 5-on-5 this year, when Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid are on the ice together, they're at 50%, 9 goals for, 9 against. That's low historically. That's a dominant pairing. So far this year, it's been 9-9. Draisaitl solo is 64%. That's historically high. 18 goals for, 10 against. Leon probably going to regress. the pair of them likely to regress in a good way. Leon regressing in the negative. McDavid solo, 43%, 13 goals for, 17 against. That is an amazing, massive outlier. And he's never been under 50% in goal share at 5-on-5 for his entire career. And often he's obliterated the number. But right now, he's at 43% without Draisaitl. I think it's 46.5 with Draisaitl and the solo combined. But here's the kicker on this. The third and fourth line, when both men are, the Glimmer twins are both off the ice, David and Draisaitl off the ice, the Edmonton Oilers are at 29% this year at 5-on-5 scoring. That's not a black hole. That's an elevator shaft in the black hole. 14 goals for, 35 against. And that 35 against, folks, that's in 28 games. The third and fourth line. Like, that's borderline impossible to do, and yet we have witnessed it. And you can say, well, that's the GM's problem, man. He should be, figuring that out. Or you can blame Trent Frederick because I don't think he's 100%. Whatever you want to blame. Or maybe you're mad at the coaching staff. Maybe we should fire Dustin Schwartz again. But that is a number that just shocks and awes in a bad way. I mean, you're sending your 5 guys out against their 5 guys, third and fourth lines, and you get 29% of the goal share? Holy hell, bad man. That's a terrible number. Something's got to give, in the words of the great philosopher Ella Fitzgerald. Take a listen to the AI blues version of Paint It Black, LT. Also, Eminem has some great AI jazz songs as well, all on YouTube. I don't know if I want to do AI. I want to hear human beings. Flesh and blood makes music for flesh and blood. That's what I think.
I agree.
I don't I don't want to know the AI version of Rihanna. I want to hear the real Rihanna.
Yeah, like I want AI to do my chores and menial tasks so I can enjoy the arts of the world. I don't want AI doing the arts of the world while I do menial tasks and chores.
Also, is the AI helping a charity?
It's destroying the planet.
Well, sure, but there's got to be something negative about it.
Listen, I like the best kind of recap of AI I saw was that its hindrances still far outweigh its benefits, and I think nothing truer has been spoken about AI. Like the amount of times it's wrong is ridiculous.
They can't do math.
I saw a gymnast. They had this gymnast doing this thing on YouTube, and the arms or legs were going things that you couldn't do, and it made me I felt upset because it was like something was going to break, and it upset me. Now they're going to get better at AI, but
yeah,
I'm worried about how much water AI is using.
Yeah, and so I also think like AI, it's dumb. My buddy had a job interview. A job interview he really, really wanted. He was hoping to get the call for elevator mechanic or whatever it is. Got the call, drove out here to do the interview. And I'm talking to him and he's like trying to figure out, like, what am I supposed to do? I was like, dude, take the interview. Like, just do it. He's like, okay, well, I gotta chat GPT some questions for the aptitude test they're gonna make me take. I was like, are you kidding me right now? It's like, no, I just need to know. I'm like, dude, it's an aptitude test. Like you just
do it.
Prove that you are above like a 6th grade reading level and you'll be fine. And he's like, I got to do this. And then he was like, and then I got to chat GPT some questions to ask them. I was like, dude, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. like just do it. You know, like
you got a brain,
use
it.
You have the questions that you want to ask them. Just do that.
I would be in favor of AI if they called it Al and I got the proceeds.
This is a great idea.
But I think that's what the AI people are after, Hey, fellas, when you speak about AI, you're talking about Al Iafrate, right? Clayton.
Exactly.
I still remember when he did that hardest shot. I've never seen a hairdo like he had when he was doing that hardest shot thing. Remember that? He had the shiniest scalp and he had the strangest hairdo. Do you remember that? No. Just try one AI blues. I don't want to, because blues implies like pain, individual pain, the pain of somebody who is human, and they're conveying that pain. And that's what I want to hear. AI has no pain. Right? Unless I've misunderstood AI. I think AI can lock my door for me at night. That's what I would like it to do, if it can do that.
Yeah, I mean, it probably could.
Can AI wash my dishes? I would like
Not
that.
yet.
Okay.
Sorry, man.
It's okay.
The technology is not cut up.
You think Ingram's coming up?
I don't think this weekend. I think if Pick has a couple more bad starts, I think that's when he comes up. I think Pick if he has 3 bad starts in a row, that's when they go, it's time to punt.
Ingram's got to play well 3 games in a row, though.
Yeah.
I guess that's the other.
That's
the other.
By the way, I got an article out today at The Athletic. It took me a long time to get that in. The pecking order of the recalls for Oiler defensemen should Wallman not be able to play. It's not a long list. There is a kid named Damian Carfagna you want to read about. He's a really good young player out of college, and I think he is going to be an NHL player.
Where's that article again now?
It's at The Athletic.
Okay.
Yeah. Just go Athletic Oilers. And by the way, on the weekend, I'm going to have Oilers top 20 prospects, which is always a very popular item for those who read the Athletic Edmonton. At The Athletic.
Where?
Athletic.
Interesting. Okay.
I think the Oilers' 3rd and 4th lines will get better, but that is a heinous record. It really is. Like, that's rancid. By the way, we had a listener text in his rap for Spotify, and Rancid was number 1.
Lance. Shout out Lance, man.
That guy's way cooler than we are.
He's also a Raiders fan.
Well, he's not as cool as I thought he was.
Sorry, Lance.
Well, I mean, Raiders. Although Raiders fans are like, I think if there was a cage match of NFL fans, I think the Raiders would win.
Oh, it'd be them and Philly in the final.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't think you don't think New Yorkers have a shot in there? You think they're all bark no bite?
Oh yeah, a big lib city.
Wow.
Super dem.
What about like New Orleans?
Softies.
I think it depends on what part of New York. Like Queens, I think they'll cut you, but in Manhattan, maybe people are chill.
Depends which borough they send.
What about Brooklyn?
Brooklyn's kind of
Brooklyn?
upscale now, right?
Yeah,
Upscale
now?
Yeah.
See, I've never been to New York, so I don't know.
Neither have I. I know the boroughs. There's Staten Island, Queens,
Manhattan,
Bronx, Manhattan.
Oh, the Bronx. Come on.
Brooklyn.
The Italians in. Did you say Harlem?
Brooklyn. I didn't say Harlem.
Just a neighborhood, not a borough.
It's not.
He's right.
Sorry, guys. I don't know.
They just shuffle in Harlem.
It's just all right then.
They shake.
Duly noted. Hell's Kitchen. That's not real. All right. Thanks.
Stay tuned Monday when we talk about Philadelphia and its neighborhoods. Listen, have a great weekend. Enjoy the Edmonton Oilers. Enjoy your NFL. Jason Krueger on the way. Thanks for tuning in. Please enjoy your weekend.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
Brought to you by meals.loca.ca. Dinner just got a whole lot easier and tastier. Head to meals.loca.ca, select the number of chef-crafted meals you'd like to eat, and get them delivered to your door every Sunday for as low as $10 per serving. Just heat, eat, and repeat. Meals.loca.ca. Canada joined Qatar and Switzerland and the UEFA Path A playoff winner in Group B of the 2026 World Cup draw. That UEFA Path A playoff winner will be one of either Italy, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Wales, or Northern Ireland. NHL schedule, it all gets going with 2 games at 5, Vegas and New Jersey, and Buffalo and Winnipeg. The late game today in the league sees the Caps in Anaheim to take on the Ducks. 5 p.m. in the association, we'll see the Lakers and Celtics tipping off. The late game sees the Thunder and Dallas at 7:30, and the Raptors in action playing host to LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets. College football schedule tonight, Conference Championship Week, Troy and JMU in the Sun Belt Championship at 5, Kennesaw State and Jacksonville State in the CUSA Championship also at 5. WHL action sees the Edmonton Oil Kings playing host to the Red Deer Rebels at 7. The Oil Kings will also be in action Sunday at 7 for their Teddy Bear Toss night. In the BCHL, a marquee rivalry matchup as the Sherwood Park Crusaders take on the Spruce Grove Saints with a 7 p.m. puck drop for that one. One final piece of news out of the sporting world is Kyler Murray will be out for the season for the Arizona Cardinals. I'm Declan Krueger. This has been a Sports on behalf of Josh Fenwick and Lowetide. This has been a Sports 1440.